Hey, this is Kurt Isles. I want to welcome you to the Creek Bank blog, podcast, and YouTube channel. We're glad you joined us today here at the O House in Dry Creek. And today we want to tell a story, a brand new story I have called Screen Door Living. Now, people ask why I end each YouTube and podcast with, well, in the meantime, we'll leave the screen door unlatched for you. I'm not trying to be cute or borrow from some other tagline. It's just that I love screen doors, and they were an essential part of growing up here in Dry Creek. Now, since we moved out of this old house in 1960, I've never lived in a house with real screen doors. I'm talking about wooden screen doors, the lower half covered in hardware cloth, spring hinges, and a strong inside hook latch. The kind of door that when you let go of it, it went whap. Here's what I know about screen doors. The old house where I'm sitting has 11 exterior doors, and 9 of them have working screen doors. I asked some of my elders, and no one can remember the exterior doors ever being locked. They never remember those outside doors being locked. They remember those screen doors being latched. In fact, on the outside doors, the keyhole locks were unused and useless. Besides, no one had a key. 11 outside doors, 9 screen doors. I've always had a love affair with screen doors. I still walk through this empty old house opening screen doors just to hear them flap. Now, how do you describe the sound of a screen door slamming? Wham, flap, bam, creak, whack. I could make up a bunch, and I bet you know some too. It's hard to describe the sound because each of the 9 screen doors at the old house has its own personality and tone. Some of you may never have heard an old-time wooden screen door slam. All I can tell you is when you hear it, you'll remember it. Now, it was one of the sweetest sounds of my childhood as 4 generations of my ancestors opened and shut those screen doors all day long. At the old house, there are varying degrees of slamming. There are a few screen doors that will literally hit you in the butt if you don't get out of the way. I call them mouse traps, as in don't let the screen door hit you on your way out. But among the 9 screen doors at the old house, there are several lazy boys. Their hinge springs are worn and loose. They yawn as they leisurely close, making only a slight tap on the door jamb. Now, going back to the old days in the old house, of course, there was no central heating or cooling here. There still isn't. So keeping the screen doors latched was necessary due to mosquitoes and other insects. The old house sits on the edge of Crooked Bayou Swamp, so keeping these mosquitoes out was a priority. Due to that, most of the screen doors stayed latched. Now, if you wanted to get chewed out, leave a screen door ajar. It was the cardinal sin of mosquito control, as in shut that door behind you. The latches were simple hook and eye. They weren't always easy to latch due to the misalignments of the screen, door, and door jamb. Because the screens were often latched, as a boy, I often made wide circles around the porches, pulling on them until I found an open one. The screen doors were a particular challenge at night. The older folks, being early risers, were latched and lights out, and every screen would be latched. A few could be opened with a pocket knife, but you ran the risk of damaging the latch or door jamb. So you'd have to make some noise to awaken someone. You'd call out softly, hoping someone would hear you above the window fan. You can rattle a screen door, but that will awaken half the house. A shaken screen door makes a really irritating sound, and whoever gets out of bed to unlatch it will be irritable too. So you wanted at least one screen door left unlatched. Now, my mama Pearl, who loved me with all of her heart, would leave the middle room screen door unlatched so I could slip in undetected in the darkness. Baby, is that you? It's me, Mama. Thanks. Good night. Now you understand why I end each podcast. We'll see you soon. In the meantime, we'll leave the screen door unlatched for you. There's a little added bonus. Right behind me is one of the screen doors. I'm going to get unhooked here. I will walk through it, let you see what it sounds like. I'd like to know what you think it sounds like as you hear it.